Also gut, gehen wir zurück zur Plantage. Ohne einer großen Blamage. Und natürlich ist es klar, nehmen wir doch nicht den Weg zum Vulkanier da. Dann ist, glaube ich, wirklich erstmal besser, die Stammeschronik abzuschließen. Tja, ob dann jetzt ist auch gleich hier schon ein paar grüne Pilze da. Sag mir nicht, es fängt jetzt wieder an zu regnen. Sobald wir hier drauf sind. Ne, sieht dieses Mal nicht danach aus. Gut.
After that meal, I'm ready to tackle anything. Oh, something on your mind? Is it what Uncle Atoli said about the green mushrooms? Don't worry. He can be a bit dramatic sometimes. The green mushrooms don't appear that often. Besides, I check the orchard every day, and if I see one, I eat it. If anything, I wish there were more around here. Means more free mushrooms for me.
Wait, is that one right there? Huh. Talk about a coincidence.
Na, der ist ja richtig grün. Und es sind mehr als einer.
See? There's nothing special about it except the color. Give me 1 sec. I'll start a fire and grill it right up.
Paimon's gonna pass on this one. She's way too stuffed from earlier.
Tja, ich frage mich immer noch, warum dieser Gelehrte gesagt hat, was er gesagt hat.
You mean why we have to pick and eat the green mushrooms right away?
Ja.
To be honest, I'm curious too. The scholar looked really serious when he said it, but he never explained the reason behind it.
Na, das ist ja irgendwie ein Fehler. Wenn man ja sagt, man sollte was nicht tun, dann sollte man eigentlich auch eine Begründung dazu liefern. Aber meine Begründung dazu wäre, dass der Pilz sich dann ansonsten unaufhaltsam in Natlan ausbreiten würde und so das Ökosystem gefährdet.
Uncle Atoli has a point, though. Curiosity can be a bad thing. If we stop doing what the scholar said, something terrible could happen.
You could look into it at least. That's what an adventurer would do.
Yeah, but my tribe is more important. I love everything about this place. Maintaining the status quo is good enough for me.
Gute Einstellung. Warum sollte man das gefährden?
I know the truth is important too, but I don't have the right to make a decision that could put the people around me in danger. In other words, deep down, I guess I'm just scared. Scared that change could mean losing control.
Unsere Antworten helfen dann nicht gerade so viel. Diejenigen, die stark genug sind, die Wahrheit aufzudecken, werden auch stark genug sein, die Wahrheit zu ertragen.
Command the truth?
Tja, wir können dir helfen, die Last zu tragen.
Yeah, we don't have to stop following the scholar's orders. We can start by gathering information.
Es stimmt, dass Neugier nicht immer gut ist, aber nur wenn man etwas nicht weiß, heißt das nicht, dass es keinen Einfluss auf die Dinge hat.
You have a point. You know, you remind me of another hero from our tribe. Her name was Fiatena. Just like you, she was full of courage and never stopped challenging and exploring the unknown. She's my idol. Actually, could you give me a moment? All I need is 3 seconds. Lady Fiatena, lend me your courage. 3, 2, 1. You're right. I can't keep running from the truth. I want to command it, just like you said. So, where should we start with the investigation? You probably have a bunch of experience.
Ich glaube, ich sollte erstmal probieren.
Oh, the green mushroom, you mean? The taste is the same as the red ones. There's nothing special there.
Well, the traveler is a lot more receptive than most people. He should at least give it a try.
Oh, I see. Well, then I'll grill some up right away.
Die grünen Pilze sind bald fertig und könnt sie alle probieren. Wie Veresa gesagt hat, schmecken sie genau gleich.
So, notice anything, Traveler?
Tja, nicht wirklich.
Just like Veresa said. Guess it was the same for all of us.
Finally, a worthy devotee after all this time. Fascinating.
Oh, verdammt noch, das sind psychedelische Pilze.
Who said that?
No need for alarm. There is only one among you who piqued my interest, and that is the one with golden hair. Seeing as you all appear to be acquainted, I allowed the rest of you to hear my voice as well. Now, I shall grant you all the honor of becoming my first subjects in this era.
Hey, ich habe schon viele Leute getroffen, die große Reden schwingen, hinter denen aber nicht wirklich viel steht.
Now, you were the ones who wanted to learn more about my origins. I merely granted your wish.
Origins? Wait, you're the green mushroom?
So you do know how to use your brain, young one. But you'll excuse me if I have no interest in you, craven and dull-witted as you usually seem.
Hey, watch it, buddy.
Let me remind you, it was your own curiosity that started all of this. I see no reason for me to stand down. I only granted you this audience because I saw potential in you. I am the Sage Lord of Fungi. Serving me is a great honor, as well as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Sage Lord? Good one. Did you come up with that yourself?
You mock my name? All you do is make a mockery of your own taste. Of course, the Sage Lord of Fungi is too dignified for petty arguments with lesser organisms.
Sure doesn't sound like it.
Ja, natürlich.
That's enough out of you. What's wrong with you humans? You should be full of reverence at this point. In that case, I don't know what went wrong, but you lack the trust and worship to be my subjects, so we shall have to table that for the time being. However, I am willing to share my sagely knowledge with you. I have all the answers you seek. As with all seekers of said knowledge, all you have to do is prove your sincerity, and we shall see if you're worthy.
Look! More green mushrooms right in front of us!
These clones are my most loyal subjects, as well as the keepers of my secrets. If you want answers, then gather your wits and search for clues. I shall await your summons. It might be advisable to brush up on your devotion in the meantime.
The voice is gone. Finally, Paimon had enough of that racket. Talking in our heads without permission, spewing a bunch of nonsense. Even a Howl is better than him.
Naja, aber ich finde Ajaf noch schlimmer.
So, do you think what he said was true? About being the Sage Lord of Fungi and all that?
Maybe, but most of it sounded like hot air to Paimon.
Auf jeden Fall hat er zumindest seine Existenz bewiesen.
True. That conversation in our heads definitely was real.
And it proves these mushrooms aren't regular mushrooms at all. Something fishy is going on.
Das heißt, wir haben die richtige Entscheidung getroffen, der Sache nachzugehen.
I guess this is the beginning of our hero's journey then. So let's make like heroes and get to the bottom of this. So we can command the truth and this mushroom. Okay. That sounded a lot cooler in my head.
Well, we have one thing going for us. We've faced mushrooms before, and they're pretty pathetic as far as enemies go.
Such insolence!
Did you hear that? Sounds like someone's mad.
You're spying on us?
No response. Guess he's not gonna admit it.
Well, he said his subjects hold the clues to his secrets. Who knows if he was telling the truth? But we can't just ignore the green mushrooms, so let's start investigating.
Tja, schauen wir uns also mal den grünen Pilz an.
Okay, so this one is red. Ah! Fungus! It turned into a fungus! In Natlan of all places!
So this is one of his subjects? Well, it's kind of cute.
Bull warrior compliment! Much appreciate! No! Bull warrior natural enemy! Eat! Must resist!
Careful, Versa.
Unerwartet.
This is a kind of monster from Sumeru. Even though it looks cute, it can still attack you.
A monster? Aw, that's too bad. I was hoping we could be friends.
Nutze deine Weisheit, um Hinweise zu sammeln.
Mercy! Mercy! Food is sacred! Everything else, waste! That's all I know. Promise!
It turned back into a normal mushroom.
Ich,
What's going on?
also ich glaube, er hat uns alles gesagt, was er weiß.
You mean that food is sacred?
Well, that's
Yep.
a whole bunch of nothing. Let's go look somewhere else.
Tja, gehen wir auf einen Pilztrip. Hey, du da, was hast du zu sagen? Nichts.
Oh, a green mushroom. And it turned into a fungus. Nice try, but you're not scaring Paimon with that one twice. Okay, let's go on the initiative. Hey, you! What's the whole food is sacred thing about?
As our Sage Lord stated, you must demonstrate your wits to receive the answers you seek. That means I should be the one asking the questions, not you.
Okay, so it turns out this one can talk. Fine. What do we have to do? Solve a riddle or something?
Riddle? Oh, I'm not good at that. Could you, give us an easy one?
That sounds like a problem for your friends. Besides, did I say this was up for negotiation?
Hey, ich bin eine Art Rätselmeister.
Enough chatter. Time for my question. Why are all the mushrooms in this orchard willing to become the subjects of the Sage Lord?
Aw, man! How are we supposed to know?
Because you're his clones, right? I remember him saying something like that.
Alas, no wits in sight. The answer could never be that simple.
Naja, weil sich alle anderen längst verpilzt haben.
What? How did you get that so fast?
Oh, it's that kind of riddle.
Ja, ich bin sag auch ein Meister der schlechten Witze.
Sumeru mushrooms! Of course! Paimon can't believe she didn't think of this possibility.
Ja, also müssen...
Does that mean everyone in Sumeru is into puns? Huh. Is it because the people are so clever?
Naja, das liegt vor allem an Sino, dem Mahamatra. Er ist quasi der Vorreiter der schlechten Witze in Sumeru.
No, we just, have a lot of experience with these kinds of jokes.
Well, since you have proven your wits, I will now answer your question. The act of eating is not only a physical necessity, but also a sacred ritual. Mushrooms like us are the Sage Lord's intermediaries. Incinerating our flesh forges a spiritual connection between you and the Sage Lord himself.
Oh, so that's why he could speak to us in our heads.
So you're saying if we want to talk to him again, all we have to do is eat more mushrooms? No, wait, don't turn back into a regular mushroom! Oh, too late. And all we have is another cryptic message.
Well, if eating is a sacred ritual, maybe we need to perform some kind of ceremony with special tools or something.
Oh, good thinking for us, huh? Let's try and ask the other mushrooms. Oh, but we should probably pick this one first since it's a green mushroom.
Also ich glaube ja eher, es reicht, er sagt schon, wenn man die Pilze, er sagt brät oder er sagt auch ein bisschen röstet.
Hey, there are two fungi over there. Looks like they're discussing something.
Have you figured out how you're going to test the humans?
Of course! Any random question should do the trick. They don't look very smart to me.
Wow, cool! You green caps are so wise. Just like our Sage Lord. Huh, I'm so jealous.
It's all progressing as expected. I know exactly what they're going to ask. Oh, please, please tell us how to conduct the ceremony. And I shall respond. Nothing in life comes for free. You have two choices. Answer a question about the stars and moon above, or the dark abyss below.
Ew! And they'll say, no, I'm stumped. I can't think anymore, or my cap will explode into spores.
They're humans, idiot. They don't have caps or spores.
All right. Duh.
Aber Schuppen. Wir können Schuppen haben.
And then I'll say, you can't even answer the most basic of basic questions? Come back after you've studied for a few more decades.
Ha! Yeah! A few more decades.
Of course, they're so dense, it might actually take them that long to realize that. If eating is a ritual, then obviously the ceremony is the cooking.
I mean, obviously it's the cooking!
Did they just give us the answer?
Who goes there?
And you think we're the dense ones? Look in the mirror, buddy.
Look! A floating pale organism out of nowhere! My cap almost burst into spores!
No, wait, don't disappear! At least explain yourselves first!
Na, das erspart uns die Mühe.
So, we passed the test? Where's the sense of accomplishment? So much for gathering our wits. We didn't have to use our brains at all. Oh well. The important thing is, the Sage Lord of Fungi wants us to use cooking to establish a stronger mental connection with him.
That sounds right. Uncle Atoli did say, when you cook this mushroom, the higher the heat, the better the fragrance.
Right! That was the case when you grilled them in the orchard, too. Heat really does release their flavor.
Naja, vielleicht wenn wir sie richtig kochen.
Okay, let's give it a try.
Bist du bereit, Veresa?
Definitely. But we should probably explain the situation to Uncle Akadal and the rest of the tribe first.
Good call. It's best for everyone to be prepared.
Schon mal keine schlechte Idee. Schon mal keine schlechte Idee. Was ist wahrer Mut? Da bin ich jetzt auch gleich mal gespannt. Wie wird er sagt vor allem diese Quest weitergehen? Und werden wir am Ende gegen eine große Pilzbestie kämpfen? Ist ja auch irgendwie wahrscheinlich. Häuptling Akatl versammelt alle Stammesmitglieder, um Vreses Bericht über die Pilze zu hören. Crazy.
Huh.
Ja, wir waren wirklich auf einen echt miesen Pilztrip.
Okay, so it felt pretty normal in the moment, but hearing it back does sound kind of, ridiculous.
Ja, dieses Schweigen spricht Bände.
So, the mushrooms in the orchard are sentient. What a remarkable discovery!
Yeah, without your investigation, who knows what could have happened?
Thanks for looking into it, and for collecting all this information.
What a relief. I was worried it sounded like I lost my marbles.
It does sound far-fetched. After all, none of us have ever spoken to a mushroom.
Doch, wir.
But we know you're not one to lie, Varessa. Besides, the origin of the green mushrooms has always been a mystery to us. Thanks to you, we now know something sinister could be going on. So, we should do our part to help.
Yeah, just let me know if there's anything I can do.
Wow, that didn't take much convincing.
Tja, vielen Dank euch allen. Aber jetzt frage ich mich, ob wir vielleicht eher sagt träumen.
Oh, wait! You said the mushrooms needed to be cooked at high heat, right? I can do that for you right now. I'll be quick.
Oder vielleicht eher sogar auch nicht.
Alright, I'm back. I used cast iron, so it should be hot enough.
Whoa, it smells delicious! Suddenly Paimon's hungry again.
Well, here goes nothing.
Wait, that's his voice!
Looks like you stumbled upon the right path. But this temperature does not demonstrate even a fraction of the sincerity I require. Did you really think some common stove could generate enough heat to earn the acknowledgement of the Sage Lord? Humans are such a disappointment. You can solve my riddles when the answers are handed to you on a silver platter. But as soon as there are no more hints, not a shred of intelligence in sight. Do try and use your brain this time.
How did it go? Did you hear the voice?
Annoying menace of a mushroom! The Sage Lord of Fungi said the heat's still not high enough. Sage Lord of Nitpicking more like!
Naja, dennoch, der einzige Weg herauszufinden, was er vorhat, ist, sich darauf einzulassen. Also schmeißen wir einen Pilz in den Vulkan.
Not high enough, huh? I guess that means we need a more powerful source of heat. Attention, everyone! We need items that can generate intense heat. Anything you can find.
I'll see what I can do.
Leave it to me.
We should take a look too.
Definitely! We're not super familiar with this area, though. Do you have any ideas?
Nothing concrete, but we could check around the volcano. It spews out all kinds of stuff. Maybe there's something we can use.
Awesome! Let's go! Paimon's gonna find something scorching hot and then throw it in that stupid mushroom's face!
Tja, aber das, liebe Leute von heute, das, glaube ich, machen wir doch lieber mal im nächsten Part. Unser mieser Pilztrip geht auf alle Fälle im nächsten Part in die nächste Runde. So viel ist auf jeden Fall mal klar. Aber ob das jetzt eigentlich so eine gute Idee ist, ist ja natürlich auch mal wieder eine andere Frage. Tja, auf alle Fälle ist das nochmal eine andere Frage, ob das jetzt überhaupt so gut ist, die Anweisung des Pilzes zu befolgen. Tja, so oder so. sage ich dann jetzt erstmal an dieser Stelle vielen Dank fürs Zusehen. Bis dann und ciao, wenn unser Pilztrip in die letzte Runde gehen wird. So, liebe Leute von heute, da geht dann jetzt also die Stammeschronik des Kollektivs der Fülle in die nächste Runde. Unser Pilztrip geht weiter. Wo wir dann jetzt als nächstes dann, er sagt anscheinend ja wohl auch, uns in Richtung des Vulkans begeben müssen. Puh, okay, das sieht doch irgendwie machbar aus. Man muss ja sagen, es sieht machbar aus. Ich hatte zwar schon die Befürchtung gehabt, dass wir aus Versehen vielleicht den Weltauftrag beginnen werden. Aber so wie es aussieht, können wir das Ganze auch machen, ohne in die Nähe des Weltauftrags zu gelangen. Das ist gut. Wenn wir dann allerdings später dann noch irgendwo vielleicht mal hier und dort einen Teleporter hätten, wäre das natürlich auch noch ein bisschen besser. Hey, was macht denn ein Fotoapparat hier? Schauen wir uns das mal an, ja? Nein, tut mir leid. Fotos werden jetzt nicht gemacht, Paimon. Wir haben eine wichtige Pilzmission hier zu erledigen. Abgesehen davon, wo ist der Teleporter? Direkt unter uns? Oh, genau hier.
Hey, there should be some avatars of lava somewhere along this path. Their cores are really hot. It might be just what we need.
You know, when you think about how everyone jumped to help us like that, it seems like your tribe has been suspicious of the green mushrooms for a while.
Yeah, but without you, we would have never gotten this far. I mean, tons of people have tried that mushroom without a weird voice talking in their head.
Right. So, even if you wanted to investigate, you had nowhere to start.
Yeah, this opportunity was a long time coming. Plus, the Sage Lord's arrogant attitude definitely triggered my tribe's competitive spirit.
Nun, hier scheinen Wettbewerber so etwas wie ein gemeinsames Hobby zu sein.
Veressa doesn't seem competitive most of the time, though. Outside of training and fighting monsters, at least.
Yeah, well, I don't really like fighting or competing, to be honest. Simple day-to-day happiness is what matters to me. Still, I've learned a lot from Kojian-san. She taught me that strength is a means rather than an end. We get stronger so we can use our strength when it counts. Like during the Abyss invasion. Having the training to master my vision meant that I could do something to stop it. So, no matter how scared I feel, I know I have to be brave. Because people are counting on me.
Ich kann es sehen.
Thanks. It's a work in progress. I can only hope that one day I can be as brave as Lady Fiatena. All right, we should keep looking.
Gut, jetzt ist also der Augenblick gekommen, Veresa einzusetzen.
Oh, looks like we can make this jump.
Uh-oh! A falling rock!
That avatar of lava pushed it down. Come on, let's charge.
Charge?
Okay, wir sind irgendwie jetzt... Hey!
Kapow! Yeah, headbutt!
Order guide you. Gather.
It's justice o'clock! Yeah! Jump! Ow, ow, ow! Oof! core should be perfect. Look, the phlogiston inside it is still active.
Ja, wir sehen's.
Oh, let's see. Woo! Hot!
A few more chunks like this and we should be good. Come on, let's keep heading up.
Tja, ziemlich feurig. Okay, so funktioniert's nicht.
Careful! 3 avatars of lava ahead. Too strong! Hero incoming! Hero incoming! This is infuriating!
Be sanctified. Justice is...
Oh no, not good. The volcano is acting up again.
In welche Richtung?
Why me?
What is that? It looks like a giant weasel thief. Is there a great Tolan weasel thief or something?
We call it a furnace shell mountain weasel. It's very aggressive, so be careful.
Solidify. Yeah. Settle down.
Also sollen wir es einfach angreifen?
Now you shall perish!
I will have order.
Gather.
One fell swoop!
Bow your head. Solidify.
Tja, wir sollen also den Schatzmarder auf jeden Fall besiegen.
Let the mighty be humbled. Stabilize. Burn.
Illusion shattered! Kapow! Yeah! Yeah! It's justice o'clock! Hero incoming! Yeah! Look out below! Yeah!
What a great haul! A bunch of seeing eyes, and this thing the weasel used to spew out fire!
I think that's its back armor. It shoots out phlogiston, so it can pretty much attack from all directions. My dad told me about them once. Creatures that live in the volcano. I can't believe we actually ran into one. This piece of armor might produce even higher temperatures than the seeing eyes. We'll get those mushrooms super hot this time.
Ja, du hast auch gut gekämpft.
Oh, well, even though I don't like fighting, sometimes you don't have a choice. So I've tried to figure out a bunch of different ways to get myself in the zone. For example, I've read a lot of stories about heroes, and my favorite hero has always been Fiatenna, the one I mentioned before. Fiatenna's most iconic feature was her mask. So I decided to make one just like hers. So now, whenever I wear the mask, it's like there's a little piece of her with me. If I want to honor her legacy, I have no choice but to be brave. At the same time, though, I guess it's kind of like a crutch. Kind of like I'm hiding behind her strength.
Oh, you really think so?
Solange es funktioniert, gibt es keinen Grund, sich zu schämen.
Really? It's just... I feel like I need to take it off one day and face things alone. But the longer I put off taking that step, the more impossible it feels. I don't know if I have it in me.
Aber du warst es doch, die beschlossen hat, diesen Fall zu untersuchen.
Yeah, you had the courage to make that decision. And that's what adventuring is all about. Fighting is just a small part of it.
Oh.
Besides, Paimon thinks you're doing a great job. Just take your time. It's not a race.
Thanks for believing in me, you two. I've learned so much. And I won't give up. Not until I can face things on my own. After that pep talk, I feel like my appetite is back in full force.
You're hungry already? Paimon hasn't even finished digesting her last meal.
Come on, let's head back to the tribe. We'll earn that mushroom's recognition this time for sure.
Na, das wird dann sicherlich ein ordentliches Pilzgelage. Ein Krieg ohne Rauch und Ruß kehre zum Stamm zurück und bereite die Pilze zu. Ah, okay, das ist auch schon der letzte Teil. Wir kriegen das 60 Urgestein. Unerwartet schnell, aber unerwartet schnell gut. Tja, dann wollen wir doch mal sehen, wie sich das jetzt hier entwickelt.